Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is former Simpsons Boy 93. For those of you that have been subscribed to me for a few years now, you'll know me by that name, Simpsons Boy 93. I've done a complete revamp of the channel, and I am now Too Many Movies. So I'm going to keep all of my old videos from over the years on the channel, so you'll be able to see all those cringeworthy Simpson DVD reviews and all those old cringeworthy reviews, so that'll be nice. But today I'm going to be doing the daunting task of showing my complete DVD and Blu-ray collection. I've got quite the collection, and I've been collecting DVDs since I was 7 years old, actually. I used to have a ton of VHS tapes, especially Disney. I think I'm the last generation that probably owned VHS tapes. But unfortunately I gave all those away years ago. I didn't know they'd be worth so much. But what are you going to do? So let's just kick it off right now. Starting off with a big one. This is the James Bond box set collection. Now this is the old-fashioned one. Now I know a lot of people are probably going to be thinking during this video, why don't you have Blu-rays? Why don't you just get the Blu-ray set? I didn't have a Blu-ray player for a long time, and honestly, oddly enough, I do prefer DVDs, only because they are cheaper, and I think they're more easily accessible than Blu-rays are, because if you've seen James Rolfe's video of comparing Blu-rays to DVD, that's pretty much my same sentiments, so I understand. I'm in the minority on that opinion, but I do prefer DVDs. Not that I don't like Blu-rays, because there's a ton of movies out there where the Blu-ray is definitely better than the DVD. But these DVDs have so much freaking content on them, it's ridiculous. So let's blow through them really quick. We have got Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Diamonds Are Forever. That was the first set. Second set. I know these take up a lot of room, but these are, like I said, these are awesome James Bond DVDs with so much content on them. I don't even know if the Blu-ray has this much content. Alright, continuing, we're starting off with Roger Moore now. Live and Let Die, The Man with the Golden Gun, very underrated. The Spy Who Loved Me, probably my favorite Roger Moore Bond. Moonraker, not so good. For Your Eyes Only. Octopussy, probably my least favorite Roger Moore Bond. Maybe View to a Kill. And here's the last Bond DVD box set. Blow through these quickly. We've got A View to a Kill. The Living Daylights. License to Kill. I think Timothy Dalton James Bond is a little underrated, actually. GoldenEye. Tomorrow Never Dies. The World Is Not Enough. And I almost said that's it for Pierce Brosnan, but I wish that was it for Pierce Brosnan, because as we all know, his last movie as Bond was terrible. And to finish the little Bond session right here, we've got Die Another Day, Casino Royale. Oh, definitely lived up to the hype. Quantum of Solace, not so good follow-up to Casino Royale. Skyfall, oh, amazing sequel. Spectre is okay. I really can't wait for the new one. I can't even remember what it's called, but hopefully COVID will go away sometime soon and they'll be able to finish that movie. Okay. And my favorite Bond movie might surprise a lot of you. My favorite Bond movie of all time is actually You Only Live Twice. Because of the entertainment factor. I think it is definitely the most entertaining. I mean, come on, it's the one that introduces Blofeld and has the volcano and everything. That is the most Austin Powers-y of the James Bond movies to me. It's so good. Now we've got 2 Days in Paris. 2 Days in New York. Seven Faces of Dr. Lao. Dr. Low, Dr. Lau, however. 12 Angry Men, very, very good film. 12 Monkeys. This is an underrated masterpiece to me. Definitely, definitely worth a watch. I'm not going to give anything away for people who haven't seen it, but it might hit a little too close to home for everything going on right now with certain subject matter in it. But definitely check it out. 12 Monkeys. Terry Gilliam, masterpiece. 12 Years a Slave. Actually haven't gotten to this yet. Can't wait to see it. 28 Days Later. Love it. Didn't care for the sequel. 101 Dalmatians. One of my favorite Disney films. Okay. 300. I actually just checked this out a few months ago. Not as bad as I thought it would be. The 400 Blows. 500 Days of Summer. 2001: A Space Odyssey. And probably one of the most underrated sequels of all time, 2010, the year we make contact. I don't know why I thought it was the year we made contact. Another one of my favorite movies of all time, The Abyss. Masterpiece. I think James Cameron's most underappreciated film, because you don't hear about this one as much, but definitely very, very good. Ace in the Hole of the Criterion Collection. Ace Ventura Collection. I actually prefer When Nature Calls over the first one. Addams Family Film Collection. The Addams Family and Addams Family and the Addams Family Values. I prefer Addams Family Values, like most people. The Addiction. I just watched this for the first time recently, and I was a tad disappointed, but I got to give it another watch. Definitely a well-made film. I just thought it was a little underwhelming, but I got to give it another watch. The African Queen. After Hours. Kind of a unknown Scorsese film, but it's a good comedy. Airplane, one of the greatest comedies and funniest films ever made. Check it out if you've never seen it. Don't check out the sequel, though. Akira, great anime film. Aladdin, great Disney movie. Here we have the Alfred Hitchcock Essentials Collection, and Essentials Collection is the right term for this for sure, because we have Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, Psycho, and The Birds. I think my favorite out of all of them being Psycho, and then probably Rear Window, and then Vertigo. I think Psycho, Vertigo, Rear Window, hands down the three best, but North by Northwest is nothing to sneeze at. Birds, I honestly didn't care for too much. I need to give that one another chance. I didn't care for it, but I need to give it another chance. Alice in Wonderland. Underrated horror movie right here. Alice, Sweet Alice. Definitely check that out. Great low-budget horror film from the 70s. Brooke Shields' I think, first movie. She's a little kid in this. Okay, now this I'm going to update right here. I actually have the Alien Blu-ray box set coming in the mail soon, so I'm going to update this collection. But we have Alien, one of my favorite movies of all time. Aliens, another one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely prefer the special edition over the theatrical, much like Terminator 2. Alien 3, big disappointment. I think most Alien fans can agree, big disappointment. Alien Resurrection, still a crapper, but I think it's better than Alien 3 because at least it's more entertaining and somewhat comical. Here's a movie I like less and less each time I watch it. Alien vs. Predator. I loved it the first time. I've seen it maybe 2 or 3 more times since then. Can't stand it now. AVP Requiem. I used to have that. Got rid of it. Piece of crap. I think most people can agree on that. Alright, got another classic for you. All About Eve. Definitely recommend checking that out. Great, great movie from the 50s, and I think it definitely deserved Best Picture. Maybe Sunset Boulevard might have been a little superior, some people might say. Either way, you're in for a good treat if you watch this or Sunset Boulevard. Kind of similar themes. All That Jazz. I was all that disappointed by it. Nothing too special, but it's worth checking out once. Definitely an interesting movie. Definitely interesting. All Quiet on the Western Front. All the President's Men. Oh, a movie that I did not appreciate the first time, but now I think it's one of the best political thrillers I've ever seen in my life. Almost Famous. Amadeus. Director's Cut, which I heard is, some people say is inferior to the theatrical. I still have the theatrical just in case, but I'm going to give this one a watch. Judge for myself. Amélie. Great, great French film. American Beauty. Great movie. Alright, American Graffiti. I think it's a little overrated, but watching it again, I definitely appreciated it more the second time. Good movie. It's a good movie. American History X, very powerful movie. I think everyone should watch this at least once. It is hard to watch sometimes, but definitely give it a watch. Speaking of hard to watch, American Psycho, one of my favorite movies. Great movie. An American Werewolf in London, again, I think a tad overrated, but, I mean, come on. That werewolf transformation scene, probably the best in movie history. I'm going to butcher this title. Amores Perros. Oh, God, I probably just butchered that. I'm sorry, everyone who speaks Spanish. But this is a great Mexican movie. Very good. Yeah, definitely check this movie out. Very good. Anchorman, I think it's an overrated comedy, honestly. I know it has its fans. I do like it. I think it's funny. I don't think it's one of the funniest movies ever made, but it's funny. Now, American Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues, I actually find funnier. And there's actually 3 versions of this movie in this one set. There's an R-rated, PG-13, and an unrated. So I'm going to have to check out all 3 someday. Animal House. I think this is a tad overrated as well. It is funny, but I think Caddyshack definitely helped pave the way even more with that type of comedy, and it's definitely funnier. Angel Heart, one of the most underrated movies of all time. Man, Lisa Bonet. Yeah. Annie Hall. Classic that I have not seen yet. I've been watching some of Woody Allen's movies for the first time. Have not gotten to this one yet. I will soon. I will soon. I promise. More classics. The Apartment. Apocalypse Now. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Great war movie. Great Vietnam movie. I don't know. It's something about Vietnam movies. They just knew how to make those, man. Apocalypse Now. Redux. I have not seen this version. I will probably watch this next time I want to watch the movie. I've heard it is very inferior. I heard it's more bloated. I will judge for myself. Armageddon. Have not seen this since I went to the theater to see it. I don't even know why I haven't. Rival. Have not gotten to it yet. Will one day. Arthur. Really good comedy. Really good. I have not seen that crappy remake, and I have not seen the sequels or sequel. I think there's only 2 Arthurs. Haven't seen the sequels though, but this is a classic. AI, artificial intelligence. I'm on the fence with this. It's kind of underrated, and it's between underrated and rated just fine the way it is. You know, as good as it gets. The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford. Definitely a good, more modern Western. Check that out. Very interesting. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, underrated Disney movie for sure. Atonement. The Austin Powers, actually it's the one of these 4 film favorites. This is the International Spies Collection. Just call it Austin Powers, with Spies Like Us. Spies Like Us is okay. It's not bad. But these 3 movies, hilarious. Great. I haven't seen them in a long time. Avatar. I mean, what hasn't been said about this? Yes, it's overrated. But it's one of those movies, if you're a film buff, you kind of have to have it by this point. It is what it is. That's what I say. My favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future. This is the Back to the Future trilogy. I actually have the original box set from when the trilogy was first released on DVD. This one is a slight improvement because not only is the image quality better, but it also comes with a little booklet. And it comes with a couple bonus discs of more features, and it even comes with the complete animated series. So yeah, Back to the Future, my favorite trilogy of all time, and the original film is my favorite film of all time. We'll get to that someday. Alright, Badlands. Lesser known movie. Check it out.